Joining us now, Jason Miller, Communications Director for the President-elect's transition team. Jason, great to see you. And so now we do have a couple of names into us. Tillerson for Secretary of State. I want to talk about Pruitt at the EPA as well, and Rick Perry at the Department of Energy. There's been some controversy over Tillerson. Some of the so-called neocons like Dick Cheney, Condi Rice, they all love him, which has the left freaking out. What's your take on Tillerson?
Well, Rex Tillerson's a very impressive gentleman. I think he's someone who can really go on the international stage and represent the President-elect's America First foreign policy and do a very good job with it. I think one of the things that Mr. Tillerson really brings to the table is the fact that he has these relationships with finance ministers, with business leaders, and have a deep understanding of people all around the world. And I think he has a unique set of experience to come in really kind of this new age that we're talking about, the new world, the problems that we're facing, that he has that ability to come in and realize what the geopolitical issues are, what the regional stability issues are.
What happened to Mitt Romney?
Well, I think Mr. Tillerson really impressed the President-elect. I think when they sat down, the President-elect realized that this was someone who had such a unique skill set, who's actually worked in Russia, in the Middle East, in South America, in Southeast Asia. And if you spend any time with him, you realize just how impressive this guy is and his deep understanding. And the other thing, too, is he's a tough negotiator. That's
What about Rick Perry for the Department of Energy, which is, you know, he's being mocked because this was one of the agencies he wanted to eliminate when he was running for president, although he couldn't remember that when he was asked about the three agencies. This is the one that he forgot. But he had said many times that he wanted to eliminate this department that he's now going to be running if he gets confirmed.
Well, Rick Perry, if you know anything about his time as governor of the state of Texas, is really when they had this energy and economic revival in the state, where it really helped them move, and their economy started just blowing up in a huge way. And he's someone who obviously has a lot of experience in the energy sector. I would say stay tuned for tomorrow morning for additional news on this front.
Oh, really? Okay, we will. I mean, there's no time like the present. Here you are on the Kelly File. You have anything you want to tell us?
Stay tuned tomorrow morning. Check your inbox.
All right. Oh. Fascinating. Now, wait, I want to ask you about Pruitt over at the EPA, because this is the one that's really got the left up in arms. They say that this man does not believe in climate change and that he's basically going to undo all of the things that the Obama administration has done for the environment during their 8 years in office. Does he believe in climate change?
Well, I think what he's going to do is going to bring a sound balance to the EPA. I think we've seen so many of these onerous regulations and restrictions being put on business that have really hurt our economy. He's going to bring a little bit more of an even playing field to it, where we're going to make sure that our economy can move ahead. We're going to make sure that we have clean air and clean water, and that we're looking out for the environment. But there has to be some kind of balance in it. And I think where the federal government's gotten just too big and over-encroaching at this point, I think that's some of this pushing back on Washington is what people want to see.
Under President Obama have certainly enlarged regulations when it comes to air and water. The Supreme Court has said that's lawful, but it doesn't say that they have to do it. It depends on, you know, who's running the agency, who's running the government. But does he believe in climate change?
Well, I think we want to see sound science. We want to see, take a look at what's really going on. And, you know, this is when we talk about regulations. This is one of the things the President-elect talked about on the campaign trail.
I know, but you're not really answering. Is that a hard question?
No, I think it's a straightforward answer, in the fact that we want to see sound science in this, that we want to see people go through and see what we need to do to take care of the environment and make sure that we're keeping our country clean and safe. But also, too, we've seen a lot of the science absolutely start running amok. And so I think the left really wants to try to pull us into the debate about putting people in different boxes.
Do you think there's a debate about whether there's climate change versus what causes it?
No, but obviously the world is continually changing. But what we're going to do is make sure, again, the government isn't getting in the way of completely stopping all of our economic growth. Okay. But we can also keep the country
I got to go,
clean.
but I have to ask you this. Tomorrow there's a tech conference at Trump Tower. My friend Sheryl Sandberg of Facebook and some other luminaries from the tech world are coming to see you from Silicon Valley. Not you personally, they love you too. But what can we expect there? Why are they doing that?
So I have some of the big league names that I can go ahead and read to you here. We have Safra Catz from Oracle, Tim Cook from Apple, Alex Karp from Palantir, Brian Krzanich from Intel, Elon Musk from Tesla, Satya Nadella from Microsoft, as you said, Larry Page and Eric Schmidt from Google, Chuck Robbins from Cisco, Ginny Rometty from IBM, and you said Sheryl Sandberg from Facebook. And Megan, these are some of the biggest tech giants in the entire country.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, these are all of them.
What for, though? Why? What are they going to tell Donald Trump?
Because the president-elect wants to get all these folks together and talk about what we have to do to bring back tech jobs to America, what we have to do to get the economy going. These are the economic engines. These are the creators who are really making our economy happen right now, and we're getting them all together in one place to talk about what we can do to make sure it's happening here and not overseas. And I think this is, to see the president-elect bring these impressive people together all at one time, I think is really something. And heck, you saw today some of the folks coming through with Jim Brown, everyone from Jim Brown to Kanye West to Bill Gates. I mean, Trump Tower is the center of the universe right now.
It confuses me. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. Stop, because I'm on cough medicine. I can't go from Cheryl and Bill Gates to Kanye in that 30-second span. Jason, great to see you.
All right, thank you, Megan.